This is the F40 Competizione Ferrari by Kyosho Models. And from the title of my video, this is a 1/12 scale, so this is a larger model. And this particular model was brought out probably about a year ago. Um, Kyosho lost the license to Ferrari, and now they get their licensing, or they borrow their licensing through BBR. So it allowed them to make this particular version. And I don't believe there's ever been a Competizione version by Kyosho. I do know that there was the lightweight, or the LM, and then there was also obviously the OG, the original F40, but I don't believe that there was a Competizione. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. This is a fully opened die-cast metal model. And I actually am validated in telling you that it's a full opening because Kyosho also made some sealed resin versions of the F40 as well. The paint on this model is decent. It's what I would expect from a Kyosho model. It has the same issues or defects that you typically see with a Kyosho. And what those are is that sometimes you'll notice on the paint that it's not particularly smooth all over the model. That is something that you can correct later with some basic polish. And then there's also the concern that I always have with die cast opening models, especially ones that are using older technology, is the threat of having paint rash later on. But we're going to cross our fingers and hope that is not the case. If we go ahead and move to the front of the model, you will notice the headlights are very accurate, look like the real deal. It's the advantage of having a model of this size. You can definitely get the accuracies a lot more closer to the real thing. You have this perforated grille all the way through in the front here. And as you can see the heat exchanger as well. And this large carbon fiber splitter with the attachments as well. Very well done. Let's move to the back. And this is probably my favorite part of this model, in that you have this very transparent mesh grille and you can see all the engine components in the back, and it just looks spectacular. You have the 3 outlet exhaust. It is not that deep, but it's definitely more than acceptable. What you could do, if that was a problem for you, you could just take some paint and just darken that up. But for me, I like it the way it is. This is a true metal piece, by the way, as well. The tail lights look fantastic, look like the real deal. No complaints there. Let's go ahead and open this model. Let's start with the doors. And there you are, fully opened. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. All of the opening parts are very sturdy and firm. I don't have any concerns of them falling apart. It's a well-built model. This wing here actually is functional. Both windows do have the retractable opening. The wheel tire combo is fantastic and zero complaints. It has everything that you would expect. It has the valve stem there. It has the pin for the center bolt. You have these drilled rotors. You have the Brimbos with the script on them as well. These are OZ racing wheels. The tires are scrubbed as they should be. Same goes for the rear tire. It is a larger tire, which it should be. You have both the brake as well as the emergency or parking brake there. Scrubbed tires. Just a fun fact, the wheels on this are actually removable by removing that center bolt, but Kyosho opted to go against the owner's opening or taking off that center wheel nut. Not sure why, but I'm not going to find out. The front clip on this model is very well done. It's extremely sturdy and it's really well detailed. I mean, just little things that you wouldn't expect to be present are there. That includes in the headlights. So you have your headlights here, and on this other side, I don't know if you can see it, but they included the wiring for the headlights. So I just thought that was really nice. There you go, it's better. Addition for them to do something like that. Again, just little things that you wouldn't expect are there. Over on the driver's side, you have the partially digital dash. You have your pedals, and they're aluminum, of course. You have your steering wheel with the Ferrari logo in the center. The dash is covered in that more or less of a felt material. The strap that you see on the door is actually the way to close the door. You have to pull that strap, and the door itself is carbon fiber, as you can see with this pattern that's on the back of the door there. So it is fairly accurate. Just like the real deal, there is no flocking or carpeting on the floor. It's just all carbon fiber tub. On the passenger side, for safety, you do have the obligatory fire extinguisher or fire retardant tank. You have the shifter with the ball handle on it, which is right. In the comments, can you please tell me what that control panel actually is on the GT40 or F40 rather? I've never knew what that was for. The seats are well appointed. You have this, and it is an actual soft material. So that's why it looks as plush as it is, because it is. And of course you have your seat belts, and they are a stitched seat belt. You have your photo etched buckles as well. Front compartment, you have all of your containers for your fluids. You have some electronics. You have the ducting for the brake cooling. And this is a soft material as well. It's very good. You have this little perforated vent here, which actually, when the cover goes on, it closes right in on there. So that is a functional piece. You have your heat exchanger. Down here, you have a additional perforated grille. It's very well done. The suspension on this model is functional. So you do have your 8 arms that do go up and down. In the back of the model, here you have this motor with these 2 intercoolers. This is a turbocharged motor. And I can tell you, this is pretty accurate to the real deal. Obviously, it's not 100%, but it is very close. Very close. You do have the decals with the capacities and other information. If you zoom in, you can see the prancing horse. You can see the Ferrari script as well. Again, the advantage of it being the size that it is. Just like the front, the rear suspension is functional. This tub is completely lined. They're supposed to be carbon fiber, as you can see there. The exhaust is a metal piece. The F40 Competizione for 1989, reproduced by Kyosho Models. And now to my conclusions. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of this F40 Competizione by Kyosho Models. It is a beautiful model. If you've never owned a 1/12 scale model, I would definitely recommend it if you're into 18 scale. I'm saying that because there is just something very different about owning a larger scale model. I haven't quite put my finger on it. I would say it's the details are more refined, but there are some pretty darn good 18th scale models with some very good detail. In fact, as good as this F40 is, I can definitely attest to saying that I actually own some 18th scales that actually have more detail than this 1/12 scale. That's not to discount the quality of this model. It is very good, especially for the price. Keep in mind, you're getting a 1/12 scale model that's fully opening with plenty of details. I mean, you guys saw it. There are plenty of details. Is it on a level of a BBR model? No, but that BBR model does not open. And BBR is yet to actually commission a 1/12 model. And even if they did, it'd be this Kyosho that you saw today. If I was to put a rating on this model, I am going to give it $3. This model will definitely go up in value. If you guys are into that kind of thing, you can go and check any of the 1/12 scale models that Kyosho made many years ago. They're definitely higher than their opening price. This one on average is going to cost you $1,000 US. This one I got a little bit lower. I think it just had more to do with timing than anything else. And I'm saying that because there are some flaws with this model that I've been working on to adjust. Some of my mention was the paint. That's very common with Kyosho models, that the paint is never perfect. But the other thing is that the stance is a little bit off on one side and the other. It's not that hard to see, but I'm just that particular that I notice it, so it bothers me. So that'd be another thing. And then there's some little minor parts with some glue residue. Nothing that you would actually capture unless you really started looking to the details. Other than that, it's a very good model. And guys, I do have a few 12 scale models, and this one definitely by far now is my favorite. I relish it that much. Please like and subscribe. That is the best way I'm going to know you're enjoying these videos. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time.